What do you think is the best way to deal with uncertainty? Because according to American Psychological Association, the answer is to become more resilient, feel more confident in our ability to handle even the things out of our control. And in a few moments, we would go into how to do that exactly. But first, let's see the two things that lay the right foundation for this to be truly effective. And the very first thing to do is to stop the stress response, feeling restless physically and mentally, wallowing in all the catastrophic expectations, like anything that can go wrong will go wrong. That's all part of cognitive distortion trying to keep us safe. Our survival mechanism kicking in to keep us either away from that or get us ready for the worst that could happen. But if we don't know how to step out of it at the right exit point, it can overwhelm us into inaction because it makes all the uncertainties feel more daunting than they actually are. And that's the reason why sometimes people say things like, what's the point? And give up without even trying. It's really tough to think straight or think rationally when our body is shutting down everything except what's essential for us to stay safe or to survive the threat, because that's what happens when our body goes into stress mode. But the thing is, when we are dealing with uncertainty, we are not usually dealing with real danger, only what we see as a threat. So it is perceived danger. And so obviously the antidote to that would be perceived safety, right? Having an action plan or a strategy ready to deal with that threat. And the quickest way to get our confidence up and our ability to come up with a strategy or the best plan of action is to think about our past successes, even if it's not remotely connected to what we are dealing with right now. It takes power out of all catastrophic thinking because it puts our focus on how we have been able to effectively handle uncertainties in the past. So stop and ask. I've figured things out in the past, and maybe this is going to take a bit more effort, but if I have done it before, I can surely do it again. So what am I going to do about this now? But if this still doesn't bring up any clear answers for you, then try the next step. When we can't see a way out, it usually means that we are standing too close to something, and that is making us unable to see the complete picture clearly. See, the first thing that we notice when anything happens is how we feel about it. Happy, sad, angry, jealous. That done, we then take a step back and try to see what's making us feel that way. Like, I'm feeling so angry because he said that to me. We are emotional beings first and rational thinkers next. But rational thinking is what takes us towards solutions and action plans. So to see the situation more clearly, take a step back using the third-party operator of perceptual repositioning. It's about detaching emotionally from the situation by acting as if you are watching the whole thing unfold as a story on Netflix. So having done that, what other angles can you see about the situation now? See, we might feel things along with the characters in the show, but the intensity is different, right? From when we are personally going through something. So looking at the problem this way helps us turn the volume down on our emotions so that we can tap into the rational thinking mode better. You must have heard a popular alternative to this technique. It's about thinking what you would advise your friend if they came to you for advice on the same thing. But if all this seems a bit abstract for you, then try this next thing. Instead of what you don't want to happen, focus only on the things that you do want to happen and see what all you can do to tip the scale more in your favor. What can you do about the things in your control, and how can you influence more in your favor all those uncertainties that are out of your control. When we think this way, it disengages our emotions because we are thinking more analytically, and so it becomes easier to come up with more rational solutions and plan of action. Okay, so now that we know how to get back in control, it's time to see how to become more resilient, feel more confident in our ability to handle even the things out of our control, deal with uncertainty confidently, like those people who always seem to know the right thing to do in any kind of situation and are usually the kind of person you would like to have by your side in any emergency. See, when things go as planned, we feel more in control. So to feel in control, to become more comfortable with uncertainty, we need to develop the skill of dealing with stressful situations effectively, a framework that we can adapt to any situation confidently. Add some routine to your day, maybe a morning routine or a bedtime routine or anything that suits you. This will act as an anchor to make you feel more grounded when feeling overwhelmed with uncertainties. Also, maybe work on developing a support system if you already haven't one in place, because knowing that you can share with someone, even if they are only able to offer a listening ear, can help a lot to start thinking with a calmer mind and make difficult decisions. A calmer mind, a calm nervous system means we are accessing the parasympathetic response instead of the sympathetic response, the fight, flight, freeze response. And whichever of these we access more often, we make that stronger. So if we are always worrying about every little thing, then we are making staying stressed normal for us. But if we keep challenging ourselves a little bit every day, like learning something new or stretching the comfort zone a bit by doing something unexpected, like taking a different route to work, then we start to strengthen the parasympathetic response. We start to build our tolerance for unpredictability. And you can turn any problem into an opportunity by using cognitive restructuring. And this video over here shows how to use this exactly to stop worrying and start living. I hope you found this video helpful. Take care, and I will meet you right over there.